the national recognition helped my credentials as well, and I was able to have new connections because of it.
My capstone project is influenced by StackLeague. So that's one of my achievements sa aking project.
The league provides a supportive community of programmers.
I found that StackLeague was perfect for developing both analytical thinking and programming skills.
I recommend StackLeague for both non-coders and coders.
Not only that you get to earn, but you also get to learn and get recognized.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our StackLeague Tech Session QA Test Automation Tools. I am Isa, and I'll be your host for tonight's tech session. So before we proceed, I would like to remind everyone that if you have any questions during the sessions, feel free to type them in the comment section, and we'll be addressing them later at the Q&A session. Ayun. So hello to all of our participants and viewers for tonight. Can I see sino ba yung andito? Alright, so for those who are here, kindly type in the comment section and kindly include kung hello, hello. And kindly include kung from where you are from, no? Para malaman natin kung are you from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, no? Ayun, sige. So while waiting for you guys to type your location, right? And before we dive into tonight's session, let me give you a quick overview of what we have for you this year in StackLeague. So StackLeague is the largest online programming league and now on its third competitive year. And we wouldn't be possible without the support of our very supportive partners. We're very fortunate to be supported by the top companies in the industry. We have Packetworks, Microsoft, Colabera, Manulife IT Delivery Center, Deltec Systems, Coding Chiefs, Recruit Day, Gcash, and Likha IT by Free. Yun. And our media partners, we have Ilonggo Tech Blog, What's Up Pilipinas, Go Philippines, Philippine Information Technology Organization, TechBitPH.com, Manila Republic, Backend News, Megabytes, Journal Online, Business World, Manila Bulletin, Page One, Tech News, and Digital Reg. The same goes for our community partners. Ayun, who help the league reach as many programmers in the country as possible, and here they are. Thank you so much to all of our industry, community, and media partners. There. So before, I know you're all excited to hear on for our tech session for tonight. But before that, let me introduce to you something new about StackLeague. So let me introduce to you the Top Technologies program. Expand your horizon and unlock your potential. So if you're before that, I'd like to know who among you here are already StackLeague participants? So if you already have a StackLeague account and you already did some coding challenges in StackLeague, kindly type in StackLeague. Ayun. Okay, we have here in we have people from Caloocan, Iligan, Cavite, Mandaluyong, Bulacan. Ayun, sige. Sino ba yung may Stack League account na? So you're familiar already, right? That there are different ranks in Stack League. We have bronze, silver, and gold. And as promised in Stack League, on top of it being a coding competition, no, we also offer other opportunities for you guys to grow professionally. And with that one, we introduce you the Top Technologies program. Ano ba tong Top Technologies program na to? Ayun. So, as what you see here on the screen, this is how your Stack League roadmap looks like. So, after signing up, you should complete coding challenges for you to be able to unlock, or for you to be able to unlock bronze level, and then solve more challenges for you to unlock silver level, and then more challenges for you to upgrade to gold level. And being in the gold level would give you an opportunity to be globally employment ready. Ayun. So, what is a globally employment ready? So, our Top Technologies program identifies the most talented individuals and guides them in launching their careers in the global tech market, providing you guys with the necessary preparation and support to excel. No? So, what are the support that we will be giving you for this? And before that, no, what are the benefits? Why you should be part of the Top Technologies program? First is to enhance your professional image. Stack League offers a world-class standard assessment for free. So did you know that Stack League's challenges are designed as coding assessments and they are for free? So imagine you get to assess your coding skills for free. So yun, no? Pag umabot ka na ng gold, it means you are very qualified for a software developer role, right? And of course, you will gain an international recognition for both hard and soft skills. So Stack League gives you support on the hard skills, no, your technical skills. And as part of the Top Technologies program, we will be providing support on how you would be able to improve your soft skills. No, so it's already part of the program, and we call them membership benefits. So seize massive global opportunities. So, well, we are trying to enhance your professional image, and as part of that, now you guys should also know how to have a very efficient CV. And with that one, we integrated an AI powered enhanced um, resume, or AI powered CV generator, that will be, of course, will also be sent to our partners all around the world. So we help you strive for multiple offers at the same time. And lastly is that you get to enjoy the membership benefits. Okay, you get to join the extensive network of professionals in the tech industry and attract our company partners and connect with like-minded talent. So as members, or as members of the Top Technologies program, you get to enjoy exclusive perks and opportunities. So again, what are the key features of the Top Technologies program? So top technologists, these are the talented individuals inside Stack League, or talented challengers that we have inside Stack League. So the key features is one, the award-winning coding assessment. So our coding challenges in Stack League are already considered as coding assessment, and they are globally recognized already. Second is our AI-powered CV optimization technology. So this is very important when it comes to your, as professionals, right? We analyze and transform your resume into a job-specific masterpiece to help you showcase your skills and experience to land your dream job. And lastly is the talent expert vetting. Elevate your career prospects with our partners in Hong Kong and Singapore offices who certify your communication abilities and help you thrive in a global job market. So we believe that soft skills are equally important with the hard skills. Now, do you agree? Do you agree with that? Ayun. So we invite you to pledge now and be part of our Top Technologies program in just two easy steps. First is you register, you complete the form, and join the wait list. Okay, so naka-wait list pa lang. So you can simply scan the QR code that you see on the screen right now, and you'll be contacted for more details within a week after the registration. Second step is submission and screening. So you need to submit a 1 minute self-introduction video. Coding assessment, ito wala na to if you're already a gold, no, if you're already a gold level and you're a professional in StackLeague, you don't need to do the coding assessment, no. Skip na to. And then you will be needing to submit your CV or your resume. And after that, after completing all the two steps, you get to become an official member of the top technologist program. And the benefits that you get is that one, you get the attention of our company partners for global opportunities, no? So makikita nila, oy, si developer one, he's part of StackLeague's top technologist program, and you don't know what type of opportunities could could parang yung lalapit sa'yo. And of course, you can join our upcoming community event. So this is StackLeague, guys. We do a holistic approach, okay? We are not just a coding competition. We are not just here to enhance your coding skills, but this is a holistic approach. We want to enhance you guys professionally or on your to help you with your professional career, right? So yeah, those are just the two easy steps for you to accomplish and for you to be able to enjoy the benefits that you get in becoming the official member of the Top Technologies program. And we would also like to inform you that Stack League will travel to different cities all over the Philippines, bringing exciting gatherings for programmers seeking professional growth, improved coding skills, and want to be part of a thriving tech community. So we will be announcing more details soon. Pwede bang mag spoiler alert? Spoiler alert, we'll be having our event here in Manila on July. So make sure to follow our official Facebook page to know more about. I think the event page is already up on our Facebook page. So pa-like and follow na lang ang page so that you would get informed on the upcoming events and initiatives that we will be doing in Stack League. Ayun. So I know you're all excited, no? And with that, I would not delay this any further. I would like to introduce to you our resource speaker for this tech session. So he spent 11 years as lead QA automation architect. He previously worked as a software engineer at Pantheon.io, lead QA automation engineer at Magenic, and QA automation engineer at Telos or Teleworks. He is a business owner of Digital Nomad Siargao. You may also search it on Instagram. He has also obtained NIST certification and is ISTQB certified. Currently, he is a lead senior software development engineer in test or senior IT consultant at the Walt Disney Company RCG. Everyone, let us give a warm welcome to Ramcham Gaid. Hi, Cham. Good evening.
Hi everyone. Good evening. Yeah, would like to welcome everyone to Stack League, and I'm not gonna take this for too long, so I'm gonna start my presentation. Um, hmm. Hold on. Okay. Entire screen. Google Chrome. hold on, technical issue. Sharing screen. Oh, I need to restart Chrome.
All right, I believe Cham experienced some technical problems, but don't worry, he'll be back in a few. May inaayos lang. Ayun. All right, so before, okay. Oh, this is normal. This is normal, guys. Don't worry. Okay. So, while waiting for Cham to come back, and interesting, Cham is from Walt Disney. So, magkumustahan na muna tayo. Magchika na muna tayo dito sa comment section. Ayun. So, I can see people from Caloocan, Bulacan State University. Hello, guys. Is this your first time joining StackLeague Tech session? Can I see some answers there? And yeah, okay. While waiting, I'd also like to take this opportunity to again invite you to our event here in Manila this coming July. So, ayun. So, let's gather, meet up, and let's meet. Wag yung dito na sa ano, wag yung dito lang sa sa StreamYard, no. Hope to see you. Ito si Hosh, oh, si Hosh, si Mark. Tatandaan ko yung mga pangalan nyo, ah. I hope to see you here in Manila. Ayun. So, with that one, I think Cham is back. Hi, Cham.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, but I think I can share my screen now. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Okay. So, hi everyone. So, I'll be speaking about QA test automation tools. So, it's about several QA and test automation tools that I have uh, I have been using for my 11 years work experience. So, our agenda for today, so we're gonna talk about me, and then we're gonna talk about QA to senior IT consultant salary in the Philippines, cost of living in the provinces of the Philippines, keeping up with information technology and trends. In the future, I'm gonna talk about WordPress testing flow, um, best practices about programming languages, and what are the being used by enterprises. Selenium 4 framework and best practices. We'll be talking about BDD, Circle CI and Jenkins, API and best practices, command line interface. So we can also run and do testing with command line interface. Appium, it is a mobile testing automation tool. We'll be checking out with Sauce Labs for remote testing. We'll be talking about visual regression testing, which is comparing images from an old page to a new page. And then we're gonna have a talk about site transaction records, site performance monitoring, and then as part of the QA, we're gonna talk about product support as well. And then what I look forward in the future, and then question and answer. Okay. So about me, I'm Ramcham. Um, I'm interested in finishing high quality product and using the modern methods in testing and software development. I am currently learning anything about testing and developing web, mobile, desktop, AI, augmented reality, metaverse, and the power of cloud computing. So, if you are interested with these things, it will be beneficial for each and everyone because it will be helpful for every task in your company. And then if whichever project you will be assigned to, it wouldn't be a problem to you. And then I'm looking to collaborate and empower people and learn about my I want to I like to share and help people to improve and learn about my past experiences in life. So I'm actually speaking here because I want to help people improve their professional career. Maybe they want to take the path of a QA. So in this way, they could have a better understanding on what they could be doing in the future and what are the best practices if you're already a professional. If you want to understand more about other technologies in QA, this talk would be interesting to you. And then here in GitHub, I have an achievement of a pull shark and an Arctic Bolt. So Arctic Bolt, if you have the code since 2014, your code your repository code will be in the Arctic, somewhere in the Arctic. So it's preserved and archived there. So if you want to contact me, please do add me or follow me or connect with me in LinkedIn. In this way, we can also share you if there's any hiring or job opportunities I could share with anyone that is looking for a new opportunity. And then fun fact about me, I like to work at night, then hire people to work for me during the day. So normally, I like I like to hire construction workers and then build my dream projects, small time dream projects like running a rental property. And then what I'm really good at is software development engineer in test. So I've been working with so many people from around the globe, from Europe, from the US, and I'm at the same time I'm providing my output to them, my result, and then I'm also when you work for the enterprise level, you're also learning from the professional people. So in this way, you will enhance your career. And then my favorite pastime in life is surfing. So this way I stay healthy and fit. And being a surfer makes you humble in life because sometimes you surf and then there's like big waves coming in, like we call it a set. So we have to like duck dive and make sure that we pass that set, or if we can take that set and then we nosedive, then it's a difficult to explain experience, but it's really humbling experience because it's like living it's like giving you a meaning in life to survive. And then as a QA to senior IT consultant, salary in the Philippines, you could actually range from 10,000 to 298,000 per month living in the Philippines. And then normally for like experienced professionals, they're around like 130 to 3.8 million per year. So this is based on the Glassdoor salary, and then it also depends on the company that you're working for. So if you work for a really well-known company, they normally be able to afford you because they have the budget. Philippine cost of living, if you want to save up money, you can normally just buy a kilo of a fish to save up a lot of money. So it depends on your salary. And then normally the comfortable living in the Philippines is around 15,000 to 30,000 per month per person. And it also depends on the people you're surrounded with and your lifestyle. And then if you make good money in the Philippines, you could save your savings after tax is around maybe 195 per month or 2.5 million per year. Then you can then invest your money to maybe build a family, further educate yourself, build a house, invest in Airbnb, in stocks, or in Bitcoin. So keeping up with information technology and trends. So there's a lot of way to keep up with IT. So one of the ways to join the community in StackLeague, Ministry of Testing for QA, LinkedIn Learning, Medium, School, UDB, Pluralsight, GitHub, and or maybe you can use AI, Chat GPT, and then in this way you could apply it to your work. At the same time, you work with professional people, so you'll also learning from other people as well, other professionals. And then QA technology insights and feature deep dive. So these for the QAs, these are the tools that we normally use. So Selenium, Circle CI, Jenkins, Postman, Soap UI, Swagger for the API, Bash for the CLI, or shell script, Jira for ticket management, and Appium for mobile testing, Sauce Labs, and then Splunk for checking of data in your transaction. So it depends on the company as well, on what technologies they wanted to use. The bigger the company, the more they use the automation tools. So in the future, I'll be speaking about WordPress automation flow. So we're gonna talk about UI, test automation, API, and command line interface. So hopefully by August, I will be having the talk about the WordPress automation flow. So for example, here. So here we have WordPress, a WordPress dashboard. So we can talk about how do we automate the header, the navigation, and the body, and as well as the footer for UI. And then what are the tools that we can use for testing the API for WordPress, and what are the how can we leverage the command line interface? So normally, if you work for a hosting company like Insta, they all use an Akia. They all have a command line interface. So Insta. Okay, so they all have a command interface to leverage WordPress commands. Same as the WordPress WP CLI. So you can see here Pantheon, WP Engine. These are the top companies for hosting WordPress. So how do you run these things? We're gonna leverage the shell script. So later on, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. And then that's gonna be, hopefully by August, I'm gonna be talking about WordPress automation flow. Okay, so the programming languages that uh, that are very useful in every enterprises or companies here in the Philippines and abroad in the US or in Europe, as well as in Southeast Asia. We can have you can start learning from C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, Ruby, PHP, SQL, or Go. Go is a programming language created by Google. So you can start maybe from C Sharp, Java, or JavaScript, and then once you learn the basics of it, the fundamentals of it, it will be easy for you to understand other languages. The more languages you know, the better. It will be useful, especially if you work for, in the future, you want to work for a different company every 2 years or 3. Having a lot of programming languages in mind is very in demand, especially PHP and JavaScript. Ruby is also good. The pay is high with Ruby as well. So for Selenium 4 and best practices. So Selenium 4 is a UI automation framework that we can use. So for example, we have here a code. So we are going to automate So here we have a page model. I'll just double check if you guys can see my screen clearly. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so for example, I'll just zoom in. So for example, we have here a page model, and then we're gonna run a Selenium test. So for example, we have here in the config file in package.json, we can run the test by just running the npm. So here I'm gonna type npm test, and then it will launch a browser, and then it will navigate to the demo page. So let's wait for for a few seconds. Okay, so it's launched now. The browser are being launched here. So here it's gonna enter the first name, last name, business name, and then it will verify once it's done. Then it's gonna, after that, it will run another test. So if you notice, the test is faster than inputting it's way faster than if a person's inputting those fields. So for example, I am demo request. I'm running a request form for first and then inputting first name, last name, business name, and email. So yep, and then you can notice here the pages. We have the header, footer, the demo page. So these are the steps over here, and then the base page. So these are the basics of page model. Okay. So way back 2014, I also created a Selenium test with C Sharp. However, this won't run on Mac because this is written in C Sharp. So here, for example, here I have utility test. So in C Sharp, we use test method, and then we run these codes here. So this is just a sample for C Sharp automation. Same thing, we're running it in a page model. So we also have the base class here. So you also need to have a good understanding with OOP to inherit classes. Okay. Next is Cucumber. So behavioral-driven development is also very important for every enterprises. This is giving every customers in our projects, from the developer, from the QA, and project management, to understand clearly about the requirements. So here, in JavaScript, we can use Mocha and Chai. So we have here the describe, and then the it. So demo test, it should register for demo site. And then you can also add the given, when, and then in the Mocha and Chai. Here we have the JS Cucumber code. So for example, we have here the basic BDD. So user login page is open. User enters username, password, and then clicks the login button. Login should be successful. To verify if the Gherkin steps are working, you can go to the definition, and then you can see that these are the sample code. So let's say npm test for JS Cucumber. So you can see here we have one scenario with 3 steps. Here's another sample. So for example, we have here a test data table. So we have here first name, last name, business name, email, and then we have the first name Floyd and Banks business name, and then email. So we're gonna run that. This one is written with Cucumber and Selenium WebDriver. So for example, we're gonna run a test. So it will input those in the field. So currently, there's actually a bug in the demo test, but once we rerun it, normally it gets fixed. Yep. So you can see here we have one scenario, 4 steps. So if you're gonna go to the definition with this one, you can see here the request form, and then get the table data. So this is the key value pair of the table. And then you're gonna assert it with thank you. So it's expected to send a thank you message for the UI. This is for the UI testing. Okay. This one is for the BDD, and BDD is also very important in UI testing. Okay. Let's proceed on the next slide. Here, Circle CI and Jenkins are also very important to implement it on our test automation tools. So for example, for Circle CI, we're gonna go to the GitHub page for Circle CI. So here we have a Circle CI repository. We're gonna dig deep on the execution of Circle CI. Hold on. So here in our Circle CI code, in the config.yml, I have written here a sample code, like it will just run the hello world, the node hello world, and then also check the path in the command. So this is the Docker image, node 16, and then the steps of the build environment, and then we also have the test environment. So for the workflow, we have the build and the test for the, but when running the test, it requires the build to get finished. And then we also have a scheduled run. So every 59 minutes, this job is being triggered. And we also have a nightly run. So this is also very useful when you run a Selenium test on a scheduled basis. So if you want to run, normally in the enterprise level, we run test automation during the midnight. So while everyone is asleep, the automation tool will be working and detect any possible changes or bugs that are being merged by or that are being created during the development. So some people are working at night. So in this way, we could catch the bugs on a daily basis. So if we go to the so for example, in the CI demo, we have here the nightly run. So it's being run 11 hours ago. So this is the nightly run. So it's triggered every midnight. So it's the hello world will just say console hello world, because this is just a sample code. And then it will check the path. If you can remember, we're checking the path. So in this environment, the path is home circle CI test. And then we have also a hourly run. So for example, the build. So every hour this is being run. We can actually run the hourly run. I just need to log in first. Okay, you'll be you can use GitHub to log in Circle CI. So for example, rerun workflow from the start. Okay. Okay. So here you see it's being rerun. And you'll see the process within the circleci.com. So right now it's spinning up for the environment. And then since the code is just very simple, so it's executed. It says it's also executed properly. The green check means it's passed. Okay. And then other thing is Jenkins. So here I have here a code for the file system. Let me double check. GitHub. So we have here the FS code, JSFS. So it's just a basic code with Jenkins. So here is a Jenkins file. So right now it's actually uploaded in GitHub. So once the Jenkins is being triggered for the pipeline, the steps will run the tear down, then clone the repository for the js.fs, and then run the build. So it will run the code, for example, node access, copy file. So here are the sample codes. So fs is file system library for JavaScript. So for example, hold on. So for example, here we have Jenkins, and then we have the FS. So we can run the FS build now. What date is it? 30, May 30. Okay, so it is being triggered right now, if you can see in the process. And then let's just wait for it to get completed. Let's proceed to the configuration of this while waiting for the process. So right now it's the repository is in gs-fs.get. So it's in GitHub, and then it will read the Jenkins file in the repository. This is using the pipeline. Okay. Let's try to run another batch. Okay, so if you can see here the tear down, you can see in the log. So what did I wrote in the tear down? So in the tear down, it will just delete the dir, the directory. Okay. And then right now it's cloning the repository. So let's just wait. So in May 25 is the sample. So shell script get clone, it will just clone the repository. Okay. Normally it's supposed to be like 1 second, but okay. So if you can see here, it's completed. So it cloned the repository, and then once you go to the build, it will run every JS file. So for example, node access. So this is the output of a node access. Okay. So let's proceed. For the API, for the API testing, we can use Postman, Swagger, Charles Proxy. So let's have Postman. So for example, you have an API URL. For example, you have the create user for the post. It is the payload that you are going to use. So you can just click on the send. It will give you the response of code 200. And then if you want to run a git, so you can set it to git, and then when you run the get method, this will log in the user. This is for the API. Other tool would be Swagger. So this is the sample of Swagger. So if you have here the create user, you can try it out. So let's get the payload, and then paste the payload here. So this is the sample body. Then we're gonna execute. So if you can see here, the create user is successful. And then you can then log in the user. So for example, we used user first name 1010. Try it out. And then last name. So normally this is being used by the enterprise companies. So we have here code 200, and then user session. So this is the sample of Swagger. You can also play around with this. And then we also have Charles Proxy. Charles Proxy is also a unique tool. This is actually this can run on web and in mobile, but normally we use it for mobile. So, for example, here I have a real mobile device, and then I have here a Charles Proxy. I'll just clean it up, and then I'll say I'll type StackLeague. So there's no other tool that like Charles Proxy for testing API. This is normally used for mobile. So the Charles Proxy is really good for mobile. So what did we search? StackLeague. Or Stack. Hold on. Let's say test. So normally you can just search here. It says Google, it's connected successfully. Then if you search speed test, there's something need to change with the proxy settings. Anyway, yeah, normally you can just get the, for example, this one, you can get the header for the Google. You can get the header here. So Charles Proxy is a good tool for testing the API using mobile apps for both Android and iOS. Okay. And then you can also code API for if you want to run automation with using a code. So I have here, this one is written in C#, but this can also be written in JavaScript and other languages. So here's a sample code for running a code in API. So you can use the library. This one you can use for the web services method. You can use the .NET HTTP. Then you can get the responses, post response, get response. Okay. Then next is the command line interface. So we have here the command line interface. So this is also very useful for testing, and by August I'll be using this to automate the WordPress website, to automate a WordPress website. So here's a sample code. So here we have a main, so we can run the main file. We can also have a sample here, so bash curl.sh to get the HTTP responses. So we are here, we can see that for the pet store Swagger, the website is being cached. So because the max age is 86400. So you can see here HTTP response is 200. So if you say if you change this to 200, it will say that the host couldn't be resolved. So right now, the Pet Store 2 is not it's not working. Let's have a sample with running the main. So here, let's go to one of the hosting site that I know. So currently, we're gonna create a site with Terminus. So the name of the site will be StackLeague WordPress site. So right now it's X StackLeague WordPress site, but there's no StackLeague WordPress site. So we're gonna run the main. So for example, so right now it's deleting a folder. It created a folder and then deletes the folder. This is the one, and then it removes the folder. Right now it's creating a website. We'll just update the June 30. Double check if so StackLeague is still not there. Creates a folder and then deletes the folder. Now it's gonna log in with the machine token. Now it's currently creating a new website in Pantheon. So if you can see here, the StackLeague League WordPress site is created. Then we can actually visit the website. Currently it's 404 because it's still loading. Let's just wait for it to get completed. So it's currently the site is being deployed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's visit the site. Let's double check. Maybe it's not yet complete. Yep, it's not yet complete. It's still instantiating because if you see the workflow here, it's still running. So once you have created that, you can just click on the site admin or visit a development site to see the website. Okay, so we can proceed now since we have already created the website. It's just taking some time to deploy the CMS. Yep. Oops. Next is another tool that we can use for test automation is Appium. So way back, what year is this? Way back 9 years ago, I was playing around with Appium already. So it was, here's a real sample of Appium. So here, what we can do is to start Appium. And then we have here an app. So if we run this code together with Appium, so let's say run, it will automatically navigate to the real device. So right now, what you're seeing is a real device. So it's navigating around an application. And then it will click on the text field. It is swiping down and then click on the text field, and then it will enter values. Okay. So how do you play around with Appium mobile automation tool? So you can use inspector. So for example, you have the inspector and then the desired capabilities. You start the session together with the Appium server. And then, for example, you record what you want. For example, you want to click on the content. So click on the content. So it will navigate to empty pages. You can also select languages here. Maybe you want to write it in Java, in Python, Ruby, or other way, robot framework. So this is the sample code that you want to use if you want to play around with app. Okay. Next is remote testing. So if you are using Circle CI or Jenkins, you will be using SauceLab or Browser Stack to run a scheduled test. So here is SauceLab and Browser Stack. So these are virtual environments that we can use for testing. We can run automation here. For example, we have the configuration, or you can also run manual test here. So for Browser Stack, for example, for Windows, we're gonna use the Edge because it's the only free. Hold on. This one is SauceLab. Okay. Let's just get an example from SauceLab. So here we have a Chrome for desktop. Then for OS version Windows 11. So we have two options for remote test. It's either SauceLabs or Browser Stack. Right now, it's asking me to buy a plan. But normally, if you work for the enterprise or companies, these are being paid by the companies. So here, let's say pet. So we have here the Swagger. So you can test it here as well if you want to run tests on different environments for testing. You can also use automation code for SauceLabs and Browser Stack. Okay. Next is visual regression test. So normally you can use resemble.js, and if you want to compare images from the past web page or the past mobile UI and then the present UI, you can actually automate that and then get the screenshot. For example, these are the screenshots that you have. Then, if you notice, the resemble.js will compare the images, the two images, and then once you view the page, it will show you a pink color. So these are the changes here. So you can easily you can run tests faster with visual regression test to check any changes that is going on for every pages that you want to check you want to test. And then Splunk, normally you can use Splunk to verify data, your testing data. So for example, you work for PAL or Cebu Pacific, they have thousands of or millions of airline tickets or data. So you can just, for example, I have here data sets from a CSV file. So I have here data sets from the CSV file. So you can just drag and drop the CSV file from here by adding a data. So you can just upload it here. Okay, so sample, we're gonna do a search. So we have here the Dino data table. So let's say source, table, part 1 table. So here, this is the one. And then I want to, if you have like millions of data in your website or in your servers, I want to filter the all the diet herbivore. So when I say all time and then searching from the table, it will filter all the herbivore from the source part 1 table. So for example, it's herbivore and then Jurassic. So it will filter herbivore and Jurassic. Okay. The next is for site performance monitoring. Normally, you also for QAs, it's also good to know about New Relic. So this is the sample of New Relic. Let's navigate directly because it's asking a token. So here you can monitor transaction and performance of your website with the use of New Relic. So for example, 3 months. So in 3 months, you have a spike here, and the high spike is the web external. You can check the transaction. Normally, it's the WP CLI and admin agent, WP admin. You can also check the database here for site performance. Next is, so normally if you're a QA as well, you need you'll be doing product support, so you'll be using Zendesk, PagerDuty, or Intercom and Zoho. So here's a sample of actually I lost the URL for all of this because I restarted my Chrome browser. But these are the PagerDuty. For PagerDuty, this is the sample website app for PagerDuty. It notifies the users, the products, the user to about the incidents. So this is very useful for PagerDuty. For every company, they normally use PagerDuty. And then what I look forward in the future, I look forward with AWS Cloud, Azure, Google Cloud, Kubernetes, AI, the metaverse. The metaverse is really trending. There's a lot of jobs over there. And then also, it's good to learn so many things about test automation tool, Selenium, WebDriver.io, Postman, Protector. So these Cypress, these are helpful automation tools. Then, yep, question and answer. Isai, back to you.
All right. Ayun, I'm back. What happened? Ayun. Can you hear me? Okay ba? Okay lang ba yung audio ko?
Yeah.
Ayun. All right. Thank you so much, Cham, for sharing that very insightful. Ang galing, no? Hindi lang pala. Akala ko text session to, pero may mga ano din pala. May mga life advices na kung saan ba mas nakakatipid. Province life na, yeah, totally agree with that. Province life is much cheaper. No, like, parang most halos everything it's much cheaper. So ayun, so we are now in our Q&A portion. So feel free to type your questions, right? So let's wait for a few minutes for the questions. Ayun, we have one question from Remark. To. Sir, hi sir, ask lang. Sobrang dami kasing QA na iba't iba klase and masyadong nakakalito. Pwede nyo ba ipaliwanag yung mga iba't ibang klase ng QA?
Yeah. Normally, we have manual testers. So this is usually done by like the junior IT. So if you're a fresh grad, you're trained to do manual testing. As you grow, as you work for the company for many years, you'll start to upgrade yourself. So you're gonna run into quality engineering. So this involves test automation, programming. So this in this level, you'll be more in demand in the corporate style of work. So normally, there's also QA lead. So it actually depends on what you want to become, but if you it's more it is more recommended to be a quality engineer doing programming and test automation, because you can also become a lead with that and do manual testing.
Ayun, I hope that answered your question, Remark. We also have here another question from River. Hello, sir. Is there some sites where we can jumpstart studying about QA automation practices and toolings?
For C Sharp, and actually for all languages right now, they're available in YouTube. So you can start from YouTube. It's free. The information nowadays it's free. So leverage the free things in life, and then also tutorials point, WT tutorials, and then once you want to learn more, you can start with LinkedIn Learning, and plural sites. So these are very professional sites that you can learn programming languages. And then the top three languages that is always in demand is C Sharp, Java, and JavaScript. But the highest paying I think is Ruby. But it depends on which language do you like. Ruby and PHP are really good.
Ayun. So I think that also answered Hosh's question for the programming language. So I totally agree with that, no, na take, maximize all the free things in life, and especially in the tech industry, there are a lot of communities. Well, we have StackLeague, we also have some other communities, guys, that you can join. No, these are all for free, and these communities offer learning sessions for free, kagaya nito, no? So siguro if Cham is not in Siargao, most likely baka nasa ano na tayo, nasa isang event na tayo, no? So yeah, geographical constraints. So but hopefully, Cham, no, we could do one on-site event soon.
Yeah.
Ito naman, in Siargao ba?
Let's ask.
Ito. So one question also, is QA okay for fresh grad?
I actually started as a QA when I finished my college. I went to Manila and then applied for junior QA. So I work for a multi-company. I started small salary because it's better to be less demanding with it comes to salaries. And then once you have the experience, you can start asking for a higher one. So it's not it's okay for fresh grad, yes.
Ayun. So for our fresh grads out there, huwag kayong matakot. Ito naman from Mary Jane, is there a script po ba sa coding or manually lang po talaga siya?
Script for coding, do you mean do you want to have a sample code? Actually, the scripts are written by they're freshly written by me. So it depends on how you develop the page model and how you design the code. So yeah.
Ayun. So guys, if you have follow-up questions, feel free to type them in the comment section. Ito naman, I think this is somehow parang related to the answer kanina, no, on joining. So, do you know some local QA tech communities here in the Philippines where we can join to thrive and learn?
Yes, actually we have Ministry of Testing. So this is a big community in testing here in the Philippines. Ministry of Testing Philippines, you can search it in Facebook and connect with them. They also offer live sessions and also boot camps. So if you want to learn more about QA testing, you can follow their boot camps. It's actually free.
Ayun. So we have Ministry of Testing. Ito naman question from Hosh. Do you always do QA testing every day, or how often should it be done?
Normally, testing is done almost every day in a corporate setup. And then you have deadlines to complete. So it depends on when is your deadline for every task. So it's actually almost every day testing, writing code for test automation, running tests, writing test cases. So it's a daily task.
Ayun. Ito, last question from one of our participants, Sham. It's from Kiara. What is your most used automation tool and why?
So the most used automation tool is Selenium. Once you know how to use Selenium WebDriver, you can easily learn other test automation tools like Appium. And then you can apply your learning with WebDriver.io, Cypress, and other automation tools because the fundamentals is Selenium. So yeah, that's the most used automation tool, Selenium.
Ayun. So I think that answered your question, Kiara. And thank you so much for all your questions. Cham, thank you so much for answering all of these questions and of course for the very insightful presentation. But before we end this, is there anything else you want to add, Cham, before we end our session? Or siguro you could also share with them how they can connect with you, or what are your social media accounts?
Yes, please do connect with me in LinkedIn, and you can also follow me in GitHub. I'm gonna share some automation code in GitHub in public, so that you can also have like an overview on the codes that I created. And then if you want some help in test automation, feel free to message me in LinkedIn. Yeah.
There, so you may follow Cham, you may connect with him on LinkedIn, no? And perhaps if you need some advices, you could message him there. So, and before we end, no, we would like to share that we are cooking something for you guys that is QA related, no, or QA related na event this coming August. So I believe ito mga nag questions, or the people who throw their questions or commented here somehow are interested in testing, or the topic. So hopefully we can see you guys in August for our event with Cham, no? So we'll be posting furthermore the details soon, so make sure to follow our Facebook page. Ayun. So I believe that concludes our tech session for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone for your questions, and of course thank you, Cham, for answering our participants' question. Thank you, Cham. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
There, and that concludes the StackLeague Tech Session QA Test Automation Tools. Now we move on to another exciting opportunity for everyone. There. Yun. We are very excited to announce that StackTrack Full Stack Training. So to know more on what StackTrack Full Stack Training best suits you, we have one is the Rescale Training, which is intended for non-coders, wherein you can develop key skills and build a portfolio of work that will prepare you to step into a high-paying IT job. So if you're a career shifter, if you don't have a background in programming or in coding, our Rescale Training might be something for you guys. Ayun. And we also have our Upskill Training. So this is intended for existing coders who want to advance their career by equipping themselves with a modern engineering stack. And of course, it'll open up new opportunities and transform yourself into a high-demand professional. So that's for our Upskill Training. So you may, if you're interested, you may visit apply.stacktrack.com, or you may visit our Facebook page. It's StackTrack to know more, or you may send us a message on our Facebook page. So again, if you have questions, feel free to message us at fb.com/stacktrack, or you may email us at training@stacktrack.com. And with that one, I would like to invite you guys. So if you're from Region 6, ayun, we will be having our StackLeague Meetup Celestial Gold Rush happening tomorrow, July 1 at StackTrack office, located at 3rd floor, Doña Ana Ross Buildings, Simon Ledesma Street, Haro, Iloilo City. So you may register and secure your slot at bit.ly/stackleague-reg6. Ayun, if you're in Iloilo, or if you're in somewhere near Region 6, make sure to join our StackLeague Meetup tomorrow. And this is what I'm talking about earlier. StackLeague presents Codeverse happening on July 21 at 5 p.m. at Microsoft Office, Makati City. Grab your slot secure your slot via bit.ly/stackleague-mnl. That's StackLeague Manila. Bring your own laptop to join the coding universe. So, ito teaser pa lang to, guys. Follow our Facebook page para ma-inform kayo kung ano pa yung mga, further details on the event that will be happening. So, tomorrow, it's
we're gonna have a StackLeague meetup in Iloilo, and this coming July 21, let's meet at the Microsoft office for our and make sure and so that you would be able to join the coding universe powered by StackLeague. Ayun. So there are plenty of opportunities for you to learn here in StackLeague. You may go to fb.com/StackLeague/events to get the latest updates. So by the way, for your digital certificates, an email will be sent to you with the request form. And we'll also be sending it here in the comment section. So to help StackLeague team improve the sessions for you, we would like to ask you to answer the questions from the form by accessing or scanning the QR code that is flashed on the screen, or you may go to bit.ly/StackLeague sessions feedback. StackLeague Discord community is also open. Join the StackLeague Discord community via bit.ly/StackLeague-Discord-invite. So I think that's it. On behalf of the StackLeague team, I would like to say thank you to everybody for joining the StackLeague Tech Session QA Test Automation Tools. If you don't have a StackLeague account yet, make sure to sign up and choose your league now at stackleague.com. And of course, invite your friends and family who you think should be part of the league. See you guys at the next StackLeague event. For those in Iloilo, see you tomorrow. For those who are in Manila or in Luzon, yung mga nearby cities, see you on July 21st. This has been your host, Isai. Good night, everyone.